viewing this move from Durant?
Well, I'm viewing it as the weakest move I've ever seen from a superstar. Plain and simple. That's just how I look at it. It's not that he's leaving Oklahoma City. If you're not happy there and you want to move on and you want to grow as a player, there's nothing wrong with that. He's one of the top 3 players in the world. He's a quintessential superstar. He deserves all the credit in the world for the talent that he possesses. But the flip side is this. They were up 3-1 in the Western Conference Finals. Not 1, not 2, but 3 different times. He was 48 minutes removed from getting to the NBA Finals by winning the Western Conference. 3 times he failed, particularly in Game 6. And you depart for the team that beat you when you're on the cusp of getting to the finals yourself or ultimately winning the championship for the franchise that you've been with since you've come into the NBA. I think it's incredibly weak. And I don't want to hear any comparisons to that of LeBron James when LeBron James left Cleveland for South Beach. When LeBron left Cleveland, the cupboard was bare. He was basically the only dude in Cleveland. It was LeBron James and a bunch of no-names. In the case of Kevin Durant, you have one of the top 5 players in the world as your teammate. You got Billy Donovan, who's proven to be an exceptional coach. You've got a coaching staff. You've got a first-class organization. You've got Enes Kanter, Steven Adams, and all of these boys. You are legitimately a championship contender. You are the difference. You are the superstar. And you depart for the team that beat you, that's the 2-time reigning defending Western Conference champions, who's won a championship in the last 2 years. You're jumping on a bandwagon as far as I'm concerned. That's just the way that I look at it. I don't think there's any way to deny that. All the reporters, whether it's Ramona, it's Chris Broussard, everybody doing an exceptional job, pointing out the things that they point out. I don't disagree with anything anybody is saying. But in the end, what it comes down to is that Kevin Durant is one of the top 3 players in the world, and he ran away from the challenge that he faces in order to jump on the bandwagon of a team that's a little bit better, that's already ripe with at least one superstar, a couple of guys that can really, really get it done. I just view it as him jumping on the bandwagon, and I think it's the weakest move I've ever seen by a superstar, plain and simple.
And with that said, welcome to Enough of the BS podcast. As you can tell from the music, these hoes in the NBA just ain't loyal whatsoever. Kevin Durant. Jesus Christ, man. Jesus Christ. We're going to get into that. But welcome to the show, everybody. Once again, you're rocking with your boy, Tyler Butler, and I got a new co-host today. Josh is off. I gave him a day off. He's relaxing. Actually, he's at work, unfortunately. Happy 4th of July to everybody out there. I hope you enjoyed the day. Thank you for all the troops that fought hard for us to keep this country free. But I'm going to go ahead and introduce my new co-host. It's my sister. I'm excited to have on board. Jessica, introduce yourself to the world.
Hey, I'm Jessica Moser, a longtime sports fan. I've been a Duke University basketball fan since I was 12 years old. So I'm holding it down for Josh today.
Yeah, I got rid of one Dookie and I got another one in. I completely forgot about that. I don't even know how that even happened. I'm just cursed. You guys are everywhere.
It's true.
We had the championship last year, but we lost. Duke fans. But this show is going to be about NBA free agency. I wasn't going to do one until next week. But you know what? You guys, the people that have spoken, I heard from Tone Hollywood. He asked me when I was going to do a show and let him know. So, with the Kevin Durant news, I felt like right now would be a good time to do so. So that's what we're going to discuss on today's show, is the free agency. As you heard from Stephen A. Smith, he wasn't too particularly happy about the signing for Kevin Durant. We're going to get into Durant a little later. What I want to do is let you guys know about pretty much the situation in the NBA with the cap going up. A lot of people may not know what exactly the NBA cap is. Well, it's pretty much this. It's a limit to the total amount of money teams are allowed to spend, and it's supposed to level out the playing field. But as we can see from when LeBron went to the Heat, and now Durant going to Golden State, sometimes it doesn't work that way. And looking at some of the contracts that these clowns have signed this year, it's not working out for the better of the NBA. Right now, the cap rose to $89 million. Every team in the NBA, no matter how much cap space you have to at least spend up to 90% of your cap space. And everybody has a cap. except for two major sports, which is Major League Baseball and soccer. That's why the players in those two games are getting outrageous contracts. Like A-Rod got 10 years for $275, and I think Cristiano Ronaldo got like $500 million or something like that.
That's right.
But just for these cap situations, who do you think has it right? Should it be like Major League Baseball, or should it be more like the NBA?
I don't know. I think there is some advantage to smaller market teams if there is a salary cap, because it can't be a Yankee situation where the rich just get richer, or the Red Sox. I'm also a Red Sox fan, but
sorry, James.
But the Yankees or the Red Sox are always dominant in Major League Baseball, and small market teams almost never have a chance to compete.
Absolutely. But then you have situations in the NBA for the smaller market teams like the OKC Thunder. You have to build from the draft, because typically nobody wants to come to Oklahoma. I mean, what's there other than a haunted hotel? So they had Durant, and Durant unfortunately left today, which is probably going to leave OKC in shambles.
Yeah, I definitely think so. I mean, they have Westbrook for one more year.
Yeah, he's out.
Absolutely. There's no way.
Yeah, we're going to discuss that in a second as well. First, I want to go over some of these freaking contracts that's being handed out this year. Like,
I just want to make sure the NBA knows that I'm available to play like 5 minutes a game. I'll take a cool $10 million.
Yeah, exactly. I'm in my prime. I was a good shooter, and Jess, your brother can attest to this. You probably can attest to this.
Yes, definitely.
I was a pretty good shooter in high school. A jump shot never leaves you, boys and girls.
Never. The form is muscle memory.
Yeah, it's muscle memory. I could just give me 2 days to practice. I would love to sign a 10-day contract for $500,000. That's all I need. Just get me out the hole, pay my mortgage off.
True. And then you're done.
Because, I mean, looking at some of these contracts and some of the people that signed them, I felt like I'm worth at least $500,000. For example, where's Dellavedova? Matthew Dellavedova got a 4-year, $38 million contract.
$38 million.
For Dellavedova.
Yeah, that's more than $9 million a year.
What does he do? Explain to me why I should look at that as a good signing.
I mean, I don't think you should. The league's MVP, Steph Curry, made $11.3 million last year.
And Dellavedova is making $2 million less.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
And I mean, you got Nicholas Batum, which I think he's solid. But $120 freaking million
for 5 years
for Nicholas Batum, that's superstar money. He's not even a twinkle.
No, that's exactly it. I have no words, really. That's more than Russell Westbrook's career earnings. Russell Westbrook's career earnings are $95 million.
Yeah, and you got Jeremy Lin, 3 years, $36 million. I can't even pronounce his name. Teletovic, 3 years, $30 million. Evan freaking Turner.
Oh my goodness.
4 years, $70 million. Evan Fournier, which he was solid with the Magic, $85 million.
Yeah, but I didn't think solid was worth $85 million over 5 years.
Kent Bazemore, who I call Chance the Rapper, because he looks just like Chance the Rapper. 4 years, $70 million from them. $70 million for Kent Bazemore. Didn't he got more than Dwight? What did Dwight get? Dwight got 4 years. No, that's Powell. I think Dwight got $70 million. Yeah, 3 years, $70 million.
Yeah.
Kent Bazemore got $70. You telling me Kent Bazemore is as valuable as Dwight Howard to the Atlanta Hawks?
I mean, there's no way that's true.
This is such a freaking joke. Like, it's so much cap money just getting floated around, and look at these contracts. Like, if you guys ever get the chance, just go to Google, look up the contracts of these teams. It's an absolute joke. I'm not trying to sound like a hater, but I mean, Luau Dean, 4 years, $72 million.
Yeah.
Luau Dean is he's probably 86 years old right now. Nobody really knows because it came from overseas. Their birth certificates are false, just like it is in baseball.
It's true. No, I mean, Bradley Beal, 5 years, $128 million. That means he's getting paid $25.6 million a year.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying Bradley Beal's not solid. I'm just saying...
I can't remember the last healthy season Bradley Beal has actually had. DeMar DeRozan missed a 12-footer. 5 years, $145 million. I mean, the NBA has handed out. Is it close to $2 billion now?
It's close to $2 billion.
$2 billion
yes.
in 2 days. But yet we're in a depression.
Well, that TV money.
You know, we're struggling and homes are getting foreclosed on, but they're just handing out $2 billion to Dellavedova, Batum, and Jordan Clarkson.
You know, and a lot of it is because of the TV money, because there's so much money in advertising now for live sports, because nobody watches anything live anymore.
Yeah.
People DVR stuff except for sports. So
That's a good point.
The NBA is getting a huge amount of TV money, and right now under the CBA there's a 50-50 split between the owners and the players of that TV money, which is why the salary cap's going up so much.
And I mean, besides some of the bench players like getting paid more than Michael Jordan ever got paid in his career, there are, a certain. There's a couple of winners and losers that we can probably get into. Obviously, the biggest winner of all and the biggest story right now is Kevin Durant.
Yes, no doubt.
Kevin Durant signed a 2-year, it was $50+ million with I think an option for the next year. If you didn't hear Jessica earlier, Stephen Curry is a free agent next year.
Yes, he is.
Let's get into that. Who's
Okay.
gonna break the bank next year? Derrick Rose is gonna get paid $1 billion next year with one leg. $1 billion for Derrick Rose.
Steph Curry is a free agent. Russell Westbrook, as we already mentioned. Blake Griffin. I think Blake Griffin is going to get paid.
Yeah, Blake is going to get broken off like big time.
Oh, yeah. No doubt about that. Chris Paul has an early termination option, so he's not an unrestricted free agent, but he does have a player option next year.
Who else? That's garbage. Gordon Hayward, I guarantee, is going to get 100 and plus.
Oh, no doubt.
At least 150 minimum.
Kyle Lowry.
Whoa. Kyle Lowry. Let's stop. If DeRozan got 150, Lowry 170 at minimum.
Yes, no doubt.
At minimum. Any other key name free agents? Oladipo. I didn't know he was a free agent.
Yeah, he'll be a restricted free agent, but yes.
Danilo Gallinari.
He is going to get paid.
Absolutely.
Way more than he deserves.
$80 million minimum.
Absolutely.
Paul Millsap, that's another 80. Jeff
Yep.
Teague, that's 150. Serge is 120.
Ibaka.
Steven Adams. Whoa, Lord Jesus Christ, Steven Adams is going to get paid.
Absolutely.
That's at least 150. And I know you guys probably thinking right now like, oh, these are some crazy numbers they throwing out. Based upon what we're seeing from this free agency, and with the cap going up from 89 to 94 million next year, these contracts are going to be outlandish. I think I remember looking at something, comparing it to the NFL. It was like the top 16 NFL quarterbacks. If you add up all their salaries, it only added up to 8 top free agent NBA players.
Yep.
Oh, my God.
And I do think that the owners might lock out the players next year. I think they're tired of that 50-50 split, and I think that they want it to go away.
Yeah, these contracts. I guarantee LeBron is going to get paid $200 million. He's going to sign a 1-year deal this year, which is probably going to be $50. It's probably going to be close to $50 million in 1 year. Next year, LeBron is going to get $200 million easily.
Yes. I mean, he structured his contract so that he would be eligible for the maximum amount of money he
Yeah,
could get.
LeBron